Welcome back to Is the Juice Worth the Squeeze? I'm Jim,
Kyle,
and tonight we're doing Michter's Rise.
favorite distillery here.
I think I'm just letting you go with this.
Yeah, so I happened to have a chance to go on the tour of Michter's and Father's Day last year, and I happened to get a 10-year rye and a 10-year regular bourbon as a package right before my tour. And we got to go ahead and sample, I think it was like 8 different flights. Well, 8 different bourbons in a flight, so 4 and 4. And we have to do this barrel strength. And they only release barrel strength, I heard, at the distillery. That's what
No,
I
barrel proof.
Barrel proof. Sorry, barrel
Barrel
proof.
and barrel strength are different bottles.
Barrel proof is only at the distillery,
Correct.
which we did have a chance to do that. Now, my wife was with me at this time, and let me just say she doesn't like bourbon. I happen to have 2 that day, even though they frown upon it at the distillery. But it is a great distillery, great history. Um, Again, one of my favorites
I
overall.
think when we did our long tasting night, when you were like, let's
Yeah.
get into bourbon, you fell in love with one of the Michter's bottles.
Small
that I had.
batch.
Yeah,
It was small
bourbon.
batch because, well, for the price, right? I mean, how can you not go 50
Right.
bucks, 49 bucks or something for a small batch? Um, I, I don't know. I just love bourbon. So I love Michter's. So Michter's is my, it's my go-to bottle. Unfortunately, I am running low on a lot of stuff. So I'm out of rye. I think I have a little bit of rye. This is your bottle.
Right?
Yeah.
You've got some rye.
I got like a bit. I think like this much rye left. Bourbon we ran out the other night when we had a good tasting together. We killed a bottle.
We were pretty much doing some
Tastings, right? Just
homework.
that. Just
We're doing some homework on our video for tonight. Like,
yeah.
we do occasionally taste our stuff before we want to talk about
Yeah.
it, so that way we can get on the same page, and if it's something we want to do a video on.
Yeah.
And this has been coming for a while.
It has been. I know I've been itching to let's do one, and we're just waiting for the right time. And tonight's the right time. So,
Yep.
what are we starting off with?
I think we're going rye small batch.
Right.
This is going to be our Easter video, so I
Yeah.
think that's a
Cheers.
good reason to go with some higher end bottles.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't remember where this comes in at. I think it's like
92 and a half? Is it 92 and a half? Or 86 and a half?
84.8.
It's on the low end. Definitely the low end of bourbon.
But they're one of the only distilleries to proof their bourbon low before it goes in the barrel. Whereas most people, I think the max you can do is 125 proof.
It is, and they proof it at 103.
Yeah.
Right? They enter the barrel at 103, and then they add...
And then they let it age.
Right. The water, I believe they add water. Right?
They add the water to the...
Right, and then the flavors
Distill it.
are just popping out
Right.
of these barrels, of the bottles, I should say. Especially this barrel strength. We've already partaked in this.
It was a new bottle.
Yeah, it was a brand new bottle 3 days ago. It's been, it's been one
Quickly
of my
became a favorite here.
Yeah, it has, real quick. The flavorful on that bottle is good. The regular rye, though, the straight rye that you can get for 49 bucks.
small batch here?
Yeah. Is,
I'm getting the rye spices, some mint. Maybe a little apricot. Just off the nose.
definitely on the taste, you could taste the spices. For 80, what did you say, 84?
84.
You got some nice burn on the back end.
That's the rye spices.
Yeah, but that's just...
And it finishes
I mean,
semi-dry.
yeah. Right? It's, I can smell the apricot a little bit on this. It's, for $45, I mean...
$45.50. There's no secondary value on it. It's on
No,
everybody's shelves.
it's on a shelf every day in a liquor store. It's there, so... Yeah, I mean, for $45, $50, it's like small batch.
And you don't have to chase anywhere for it.
No, you pick it up. I mean, if you're getting into rye, it's a good bottle to start with, right?
I agree.
Not bad. It's not horrible. I mean, it's not the like, oh my God, it's
not
great for $50.
when you
but
know what you're getting into coming up. Right, it's not.
it's hard. Yeah, exactly. Because you had a 10-year rye that I think is one of our favorites.
Yeah, it used to blow the doors off everything.
And then you got the barrel strength that we just had the other night where we were pre-tasting to do this video. And we are both like, holy cow, where did this come from?
My buddy in Tennessee commented on one of the stores that posted what they get. They got the barrel strength in today, and he had commented on it. Well, what's the price? And as far as I know, they haven't replied yet. But I told them we drank this the other night.
Yeah.
And then we coming out on our next video. I think we said max we do 150.
150 was, I think we talked about 150, and then I think I bought this one for 120, the one we're about to taste. I think we'll do the barrel strength and then the rye, right? The 10-year. You want to go there? I think so. I think we go here and then go here, right? But it was $119 I paid. It was on sale. I thought I got a good deal on it. I think it was distilleries around $100 or something like that.
That's what I told him. I said I think it retails for 100. 150 is a good price. Probably what you don't want to go over.
It's a good bottle though. We really loved it.
I mean, if they throw it at 180 and he splits the like, if he shops there all the time, you could ask for a better price.
There's always that chance. Our local liquor stores are pretty
small mom and pop shops.
Yeah, I don't think they really wheel and deal, but
you're not going to get it at a chain store.
They did for when I bought the bottle. They did. They're like, hey, you want it for this price? I was like, I've been looking for that bottle. So when you're looking for a bottle, I think things change, right? When you really want it, you're willing to go over a little bit. I kept it about 110, 120-ish, 120 for this bottle. So, I thought I got a great deal. And I had it on my shelf for, 6 months, not open.
Yeah.
Right? And then finally I was like, let's do a Michter's video. And
maybe 3 months, because if it was around for Friendsgiving, that would have been correct.
I had it hidden, I think. We cracked everything else that night. I know that for a fact. We opened up a lot of bottles that night. Unopened ones. But for a special cause, so I don't mind that. Yeah, right. As you know, like, I know you guys probably hear the dog in the background. He's going nuts. He wants to go outside, but it is what it is. Good old shepherd, right?
All right, let's get into the
barrel strength. Let's go barrel strength.
So the difference between barrel strength and barrel proof is barrel strength is sent out in distribution. Barrel proof is only at the distillery. And I want to say barrel proof is a higher proof.
It was I want to say it's in the 120s when I tasted it at the distillery. Now, I would have to ask my wife because she takes care of all this stuff. I just drink the bourbon. She hates bourbon. I know your wife. I don't know if...
No.
I think all of our wives that we all hang out with hate bourbon. I mean, just totally just... I don't think they hate it. They can't understand the taste. So, it's...
It's a flavor that you want. Like, if you're getting into it and you don't like it, you may never like it.
Got 4 years ago, I used to try to puke this up. I hate to say it on camera, but I remember that we did. You, me, I think John. Sorry, I don't know if I'm supposed to say names for him, but and our neighbor, we did shots together, and I couldn't do the shot, right? And then, like, I don't know, about a year later, like, hey, come on over for a tasting. I don't like you.
Well, it was more of you said, I would like to try some of your bottles since you have so many of them.
Yeah.
And he's like, if you like it that much, there must be something good in it. And now look what we got.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. So barrel strength comes at what's this?
109?
109.8. So there is a secondary on this bottle. I think about 150-ish for the secondary-ish. All right. I wouldn't pay over that probably for this bottle like we've discussed.
Right, like there's liquor stores selling for 180, 220, and
I would pass it up. I wouldn't. I just wouldn't do it. All right. The bottle's great, phenomenal bottle. Everything about that bottle is great, but the price
so
it has to be in the price range.
I think our reason for saying that is we've had the Thomas H. Handy, and that's 180 retail.
Yeah.
So if you can get that for 180, I'd rather have the Handy.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah.
So that's there's reasoning behind our thoughts here, and like we said, it's just our opinion.
It's yeah. I mean,
And if you
everybody has
disagree,
it. Yeah.
tell us. Tell us why you disagree,
Or what's your favorite
and
rye?
persuade us on
Yeah.
why you would pay more.
Or tell us what your favorite rye is. I'm sure if we don't have it, we'll go buy it and we'll taste it.
No, we're not buying the 20 or 25-year Michter's rye.
Maybe. That still is my favorite bottles. If I have a chance to do it,
I've
20,
never
25.
I've never had the 20 or 25 rye. I've had the 20 and 25 bourbon.
You've had both 2025 bourbon
And the 25 bourbon is probably the best thing that's ever hit my lips.
over the 23 Pappy.
Oh, absolutely.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You guys, Pappy, I believe is on overrated. I'll take Michter's over Pappy any day of the week, twice on Sunday. I'm sorry, but
I mean, there are good Pappies.
the 15's pretty
15's
good.
really good.
15's pretty good. I remember that day you called me like, "Hey, I got a 2-ounce pour. You want to come join me on the deck?" I was like, it was like 10:30 at night. I was sleeping.
I was sent one of these, and my buddy didn't tell me what was in the
Till after.
gram there.
Yeah.
And I was on the phone with him when we were drinking it, or when I was drinking it. And I'm like, I'm getting a ton of weed off of this. He goes, well, what are some weeded bourbons that you know of? I'm like, well, I know of a lot of weededs, but I mean, obviously the first thing that come to mind are Weller and Pappy. He goes, well, you're on the spot. So, and then I think I pretty much told him, yeah, I'm feeling this is Pappy 15. Because he knew I had it before, but he wasn't happy with the bottle he bought. So that's how I ended up with the sample of it. And I was like,
I believe that's the same bottle we went toe to toe with another bottle we won't name right now. And he liked the other bottle better than the Pappy 15 that night. I remember that when he brought the bottle over.
Yeah, it was for a fantasy football draft.
It was, yeah. It was. Yeah.
That's kind of league we're in.
But Pappy 15 was good. I mean, I just, you know what? I take a Michter's 10.
If you can get it at retail, it's no doubt buy.
Yeah, like back in the day.
Even retail nowadays, I would say still buy it.
If you can find it for retail.
Right.
That's
If
fine.
you've got
That's
that if you've got that relationship where they sell it at retail and hey, you've been buying everything else from me.
Yeah.
You want to get one of these?
Yeah. Well, this barrel strength is, I think, one of the top ones for the barrel strength rye. It's a buy for me. Between 100 150, go all day if you can grab it. I might go above about 160ish. I know 150's cutting it. We said 150, but if it's a couple bucks over, go ahead and buy it. I mean, I wouldn't fault you for that. You know what I mean? It's just, I mean, look at the hang time on this glass. I mean, I don't know if you can see this. This is all this nice. And it tastes good too. It got a nice even burn. Good taste. So, what we got next? 10-year?
10-year. So, little interesting fact about 10-year. They claim it's a 10-year, but it may not be a 10-year. They've released 12-year, 13-year in the 10-year label format.
Yeah, so between 10 and 13, right?
Yeah.
So they
if
release
they're not
them.
happy with it at 10 years, they'll hang on to it and try it again later.
Which is you know, you never know what you're getting though, right? So
it
says 10-year, but it could be a 13-year. I know there's some certain bottles out there people are really going nuts for the 10-year because they know it's they got some feedback or from somebody that is 10. It's probably like closer to 13. So people are clamoring for that bottles.
Yeah.
Right. So you never know. I think the younger bottles were one of them. Like I think a 20. 2020 bottle, I believe, was one of those bottles that were aged longer just to get the proper
I
flavor.
don't even know what year this one is. I don't,
I know mine was a 2023. I don't know how to tell.
you know, it was 2023 because that's when you were there.
Well, that's because I was at the distillery when they released it, but that could have been a 2022. Let's see. Here goes mine. It's pretty much
Then the
empty.
numbers, I guess, would be on the barrel number label. Something,
Yeah, you probably have to go by the barrel number
yeah.
to actually find out they're actually true. We would have to look into this deeper, but according to our some high end people who know about Michters and been there and talked to the master distiller, that they're between 10 to 13.
Right.
They're not true 10 years, right? They could be 11, they could be 12, they could be 13.
And I guess if it's not good after 13 years, they're going to make it go to 2025.
Yeah, and you know, I guess I appreciate that about
And
Michters.
it's not good. It's just it doesn't meet expectations.
And that's good for a distiller to, be like, this ain't worthy
Right,
of.
they're not happy with it.
Right.
So.
Let's age it more. Maybe it gets more flavor or whatever they have to do, but
Or maybe they throw it in a barrel strength and
yeah, exactly.
because this is actually lower proof, so I believe they watered this one down again. I don't know 100%, but if you're going from 109 to a 92.8,
I just know that when I was there, they start at a higher proof than most people as far as barreling, and then they add the water in there to get more flavor.
prior to barreling.
Yeah,
Right.
and the flavors just come. I think that's what's special about Michter's. It just the flavors come out more than most other bourbons. I'm
Right.
sorry, but they do, right? So
I mean, this I'm getting the oak. I'm getting a touch of rye spice. It's not overpowering like it was on the small batch. And this one's got more lacing than the barrel strength to me. It just hangs.
yeah, I mean that. Yeah, look at that.
And it's smooth. There's no hug. Where the previous two you had that hug.
They did something good with this tenure. I'm not gonna lie. I
Right.
mean, we could talk about it all night long, but let's be honest. Whatever they did to us, they did it the right way, right? I mean,
They don't cut corners. And that's something you want to see out of a distillery. You don't want them to say, well, I've aged it this long, I need to make my money on it. Let's just throw it in a bottle.
I think there's a reason why they're rated 1-2 as a top bourbon
Yeah.
with their 2025, right? I mean, I believe 100% that people who've had the 2025 could say they're probably the best thing they've ever had.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, we've had some. Honestly, we have had some really extraordinary bourbon at your buddy's house.
We have.
I'm not gonna lie, but I have to believe that 2025 would blow that away. And you've had all of it, so I know you can speak of it.
I've had the 2020 once, and I want to say the 2025 twice.
And you,
And just pours like this, nothing over the
that's
top.
all. But this is all you need.
Right.
This
And
is
that's
all
why
you
it's
need.
all we usually pour.
Yeah. But that bottle, I have to say, was probably, if not one, maybe top two in what you've tasted.
Probably.
Right. So there's a reason why Michter's does what they do. It's easy to get though. Let's talk about how you can get them. Maybe not the 2025 because they don't release it at the distillery as far
I
as.
want to say that I don't know about the rye, but the bourbon, the 2025 rye, I want to say it goes for like 4,500, 5,000.
Yeah.
And the 20 year, I don't know why I keep saying 20, the 20-year
Yeah.
bourbon.
Yeah, you keep saying 2025, but it's 25 years.
Well, that's the year we're in. So
25-year bourbon goes for
about 4,500 to 5,000.
five. I think I seen that 7 just recently. Just maybe secondary.
It might have
Right?
been the rye.
It could have been right, but I think the regular one goes for like between 2 and
The 20 year.
yeah, 2 and like 2,900 or something.
I was looking
Maybe a little
I was
more.
looking at getting a bottle probably 3 or 4 years ago, and it was about 3,500.
So
But
it's still up there, right? But at the distillery, you can walk in. Like I said, I got a 10-year rye in this bottle here with my 10-year rye. I think I paid $2.75 for it or something
yeah,
out the door.
so 2.25 is retail on the 10 years.
Roughly, yeah. So when I had my 10 3 years ago, my both tens together, which is odd when they released it, right? Because they only do it special occasions. I got the 10-year bourbon and 10-year rye at the same time. I paid
Father's Day.
I paid $4.29 out the door.
So I've noticed it recently with Buffalo Trace and seeing what they're releasing.
Oh
If
yeah,
you go on a
it's good.
holiday, they usually drop something nice.
Well, what about Christmas? That
It was
I know we're not Buffalo Trace right now, but my God, 5 days in a row they
right.
release some good stuff.
Elmer and Weller Single Barrel and
Barrel proof.
yeah, the
They were
Taylor
just
Barrel Proof,
releasing nut
Barrel Proof
stuff, right?
Rye too. I think
And every distillery was just releasing some good stuff.
that's
So
one bottle I'd love to try as a Barrel Proof Rye. Now that we're on Ryes,
I know because we really tend to go to rye. So I think rye is one of our favorites.
I can't say it is or isn't because we're consistently going between rye and wheat and bourbon.
Yeah, but you know what? Our bourbon, maybe it's just us tasting more rye in the bourbon than what it should be, but it seems like more and more that bourbons tasting like rye or have some really strong rye notes, right? So, but honestly, so yeah, 215, 225
I would.
for the 10
What
year.
do we put
So
for our?
I think 325 is the secondary for that bottle
Yeah, but,
right now.
yeah, I think that's what we put. And I would say if you can get it for 250 to 300,
Oh, that's a buy.
right, 250 for sure.
We've seen it here and there for about 250 ish,
Yeah,
and I've almost pulled the trigger a couple times,
I
but
think one of our buddies did.
hmm,
I think he did
I mean,
because he asked me how good is the bottle. I'm like, have a dram. You tell me. This is one that I did not pay retail for, and I didn't pay
no, you
secondary
got
for
free.
it.
You got it on a raffle.
I won a raffle, and this was the
One of
bottle.
your bottles, right?
Yeah,
I paid. I've had two ryes now, two bourbons. I just love both. I don't know what else to say. So Michter's is my favorite one. So I mean, it is what it is.
and there's one bottle that you did have that we didn't really care for, but we killed it anyway.
What was
It
that?
was a toasted barrel, sour mash, I think.
You remember that? It was. It was the yellow label, a yellowish label
Yeah,
on there, right? It was cream color.
right.
Um,
Because these small batches, they come in bourbon, rye, sour
yeah,
mash,
that's
and
right. It was a
American
sour
whiskey.
mash toasted.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
and
It was good, but it wasn't. I don't think it met my expectations for the price I
right,
paid for it.
especially when you've had everything else
Yeah,
that you just can't say no to.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, no, you're right. You're right on that one. Yeah. Going forward though, I mean, I think we got some good things in the pipeline here.
I feel like it.
We got a special a bottle that was just delivered to me just recently, so I think we might hit that up next. Maybe
Sounds good to me. I mean,
is it is a 20-year. I won't say what though yet, but it is a 20-year.
we can probably do that before we go on our little excursion.
Probably, yeah. I think so. Right before.
And the little excursion we're
Oh
talking
yeah.
about, which I've
Let's
already
talk about
talked
it. Yeah.
about, we're going to meet with Penelope, the owner and master distiller, and if we had 1,000 subscribers, we were planning on going live. However, we're a little short
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah. A lot short.
I think we're like 980.
But listen,
short.
guys, listen. We still plan on. We're gonna raffle off a bottle here. So we need 100 subscribers. I'm willing to ditch a 12 that's underneath this
Well,
table
or
right now.
12.
Here, if you don't believe me, yeah, it's somewhere down here. Hold on.
So after 100 subscribers, what our plan is to do is take every subscriber, put them in one of the random wheels, and
Here it is, right here.
whoever
This
it
is
lands
off.
on is
Yep.
getting that bottle.
Yep. I'm willing to raffle it off just to show good faith in our channel and what we do here. And, listen, we're all bourbon
You know
snobs.
what?
We like bourbon.
What if we put a link down and you make a donation to this organization
We can
that
do
I'm
that.
thinking about,
We can do that.
and we'll throw your name into the raffle. Every $5 you spend, you get a raffle ticket.
Let's do it.
I mean, that then money's going to the charity,
Yeah. Helping. Yeah.
and it's helping a lot of people.
Let's do that. We can do
I
that.
think that would be.
Yeah. Yeah.
And once we hit 100 subscribers, everybody that's donated money, just send us your information.
Yep.
Like that you sent money, and then we'll give you your raffle ticket. And once we hit the 100 subscribers, we'll pull the raffle ticket.
I like that. Let's do it.
I mean, it makes more sense because it's not us that are benefiting from it, technically.
We don't want to anyway.
But we're just
This
getting
is-
subscribers
yeah.
from it. But if you donate, I'll throw the link in the description.
Yep.
You donate to them, send us your PayPal
Information.
statement,
Yeah. Yeah.
and we'll add you to the list. And once we get that subscriber mark, we will put that list into one of the random wheels.
Yeah. And whoever gets it, we'll set it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you're helping charity, and it's not something that's coming to us.
Yeah. We don't listen. We're not here for charity like that. As far as we like to help charity more than we don't want anything. Right.
But if you want to send us samples,
Samples are great. I guess that could be considered charity, but we're trying to taste bourbon. Maybe, we have some bottle, but we don't have the finishing bottles. Sort of like the Weller line. We're missing one bottle, right? So, but I'm listen, guys. We'll raffle this off. You guys, Jim will set us up as far as the link. If you donate, we get enough subscribers. Hey, listen, you can get a nice bottle here, Weller 12.
Yeah.
And then we'll keep doing this. As far as bottles, every so many subscribers, and
yeah, like this one will be for 100.
maybe
the next one
200,
will
300, 400. Maybe we'll just keep going up to 1,000.
Maybe we'll do 250 and then
Yeah.
500 and then 1,000.
Yeah, and we'll keep going. I mean, this is we want to make this channel grow, right?
Because the more we can taste, the more we can tell you about what we're tasting.
Right. And believe me, we have enough bottles between us right now to taste a lot of bourbon, but
Yeah, we can definitely go throughout the whole year.
easily. I mean,
And
400 or 500 bottles.
Prior
easily,
to
so.
tonight's episode, we went and did some more homework.
Yeah, and just you help us out. We're going to show love. So.
And just so you know, that it is legit charity.
Yep.
That is where I grabbed that bottle from, was through
100%.
one of
Yep.
their raffles.
Yep.
So we will post, once their raffles go live, we will post the link for that.
Yep.
And buy your raffle tickets. Our buddy in Tennessee won a pretty nice bottle.
Oh yeah.
With the last one.
Yeah.
He won a Taylor Barrel.
Well, we all won, right?
We've all won.
Yeah, we've all won
really
a
nice
bottle.
bottles
Yeah.
from it.
Oh
You-
yeah.
You got the Rio the one year, and I got, which we'll probably do a tasting on in a future video.
Yeah.
Is a Willet 9-year,
Yeah.
and it was a Willet Rye.
Yeah, it was.
And I've got a 4-year at home, so we can put both of them back to back.
Yeah,
And
just taste them, right?
got another
So,
tasting video coming up.
but for me, Michter's buy all around. Nothing wrong with them.
Yep.
So
So hit that like, hit the subscribe.
Yeah.
Tell your friends. Throw some money at the link below in the description. And
dude, seriously, this bottle is anybody's. I mean, just start help us out, help the raffle out, help charity out, and this one's going out. I have several other bottles we can raffle off later on. So between Jim and I, we will help out the community, and hopefully we get some likes here.
Yep. Every $5 gets you a raffle ticket towards
Yeah.
that bottle.
$5, that's it.
And we're about 80 subscribers short of the 100. So once we hit that bottle goes live.
Yep. Yeah, I got nothing else.
I had something else. I can't remember what it was. I guess we'll just tell you about it the next episode.
Well, we're going live with we got a Penelope tasting.
We're trying to go live, but I don't think we're gonna go.
No, but you know what? We're gonna do some couple videos.
We might do
Hopefully,
some shorts on TikTok.
yeah.
Is the juice worth the squeeze on TikTok? SQ33Z. I think that's what we're considered. And is the stave worth the squeeze on Instagram?
Yeah, so we got a thing going on next week. Just real quick. We able to get media passes to this Penelope tasting, and it's gonna be good. I know we got several bottles that we're gonna be tasting, plus a chance to buy some. And on top of that, we hope to talk to distillers and about what
the
their
distiller and the
proper
owner.
what they see future wise for Penelope. So
Yeah.
hopefully we get maybe a quick talk about it, and then maybe post that video too. So thanks, guys. Happy Easter.
We'll throw a bunch of shorts in there and
Yeah.
just go watch them.
Yep,
Let us know what you think.
absolutely.